Mayor. When I was asked to take part in this inquiry, I was really pleased to accept, even though I'm not on the Transport Scrutiny Committee. And I'd like to thank Councillor David Barker for conducting a very thorough, inclusive inquiry, and Councillors Parkin and Zafar for their valuable input. The community groups, organisations and the officers who gave us their time and answered our so many questions, and especially the officers Amelia, Wiltshire and Basima Begum for their hard work and diligence in bringing it all together. Road safety is something I feel strongly about, and it's good to be able to use my knowledge and experience to help shape these recommendations. There's an account on Twitter, or X, called Birmingham's Road Safety Emergency. It posts every day how many days have passed since Councillor Mahmood and Birmingham City Council declared a road safety emergency. Today is day 125. That account sums up the impatience of many people across the city who've been campaigning for safer streets, not just for 125 days, but for months, and in many cases for years. And two of the petitions that I handed in today emphasise that impatience. When listening to the campaigners who gave evidence to the inquiry, their frustration was clear. Every day of waiting is another day with a high chance of a life avoidably lost or changed forever on our roads. We must not forget the impassioned plea in this chamber just 3 months ago of Babika Yahia, father of 4-year-old Maya, who lost her life in Highgate in April. So it's no surprise when asked to give a score out of 10 of how empowered they felt to make change. The group's average was 3 and no score higher than 5, and I think they were actually being generous. Notwithstanding the human cost to individual families and communities, the £444 million cost of road harm in the West Midlands in 2023 alone should make us sit up and take notice. And I challenge any member here that speeding, racing, dangerous driving, reckless, irresponsible parking on pavements and outside schools, red light running, noisy exhausts aren't a regular part of their casework inbox. Yet a police speeding operation or a council enforcement visit to a school are events so rare when they do happen it makes topic of the day on local Facebook pages, and then we never see them again. Whilst the police are not measured on road harm reduction and the council has no idea of revenue it receives from parking enforcement, it's very difficult to see what will change. And that was why I was pleased to see included recommendations for the Police and Crime Commissioner and Chief Constable to be asked to expand the remit and resources of police traffic officers, and for the neighbour teams to work with council officers to target those individuals who cause the most harm on our roads. And also for the council to reintroduce that annual parking report, the last one having been published in 2019. My aim in taking part in this inquiry, which I'm sure was shared by my colleagues, was to produce a report that not only helps to expose the issues that need addressing, but makes recommendations of steps that can be turned into real action, that can make our communities safer and more pleasant places to live. And maybe then that owner of that Twitter account will start reporting really positive stuff on Blue Sky. Thank you, Lord Mayor.